First of all, I would like to thank Byju's team for giving me this opportunity. I am Santosh Kumar Saraf. I am a mathematics teacher with over 6 years of experience in teaching students from grade 6th to 10th in classroom and recently online. I love math and I am very excited to teach students from various backgrounds. I am friendly, jovial, and at the same time passionate about shaping bright young minds. My classes are very fascinating, in which I will discuss solving math problems and I will say many simple ways to solve a math problem. So today I am going to discuss a few concepts on trigonometry. Now I am going to give a demo on trigonometry. Trigonometry is the study of relationship between angle and sides of a triangle. So it is a branch of mathematics, and trigonometry word is derived from the Greek language trigonometry. So tri means three, gono means side, and metry means measurement. So it is about three-sided measurement, three-sided polygon, which is triangle. So here we are using trigonometry for finding the heights of tall structures and for finding the distance between far objects. We can use the right angle triangle in finding the heights of tall structures and in finding the distance between two objects. And the old mathematicians, they have given relationship between angle and sides of the right angle triangle. Okay, suppose if you take a right angle triangle by the name ABC. So here the right angle is present at angle B, vertex B. So the side opposite to theta is known as opposite side. The side adjacent to theta is known as adjacent side. And next, the side opposite to 90 degrees. The side opposite to 90 degrees is known as hypotenuse. So out of three sides, they have taken 6 ratios. 3 sides we are naming as opposite side, adjacent side, and hypotenuse side. Opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. So the ratio of opposite by hypotenuse, and next the ratio of opposite and adjacent, and the ratio of adjacent and hypotenuse. Okay, like that we are taking the ratio of 3 sides. Okay, so like that we are getting 6 ratios. Opposite by hypotenuse is the first ratio, that is sin theta. Adjacent by hypotenuse is the second ratio, which is cos theta. Opposite by adjacent is the third ratio, which is tan theta. Okay, so if we take the reciprocals of them, hypotenuse by opposite is cosecant theta, hypotenuse by adjacent is secant theta, adjacent by opposite is cot theta. Okay, so first 3 are sin, cos, tan. The next 3 are cosecant, secant, and cot. So first 3 reciprocals are the next 3 ratios, and the next 3 ratios are reciprocal to the first ratios, and vice versa, like that. So sin is reciprocal to cosecant, cos is reciprocal to secant, tan is reciprocal to cot. Okay, so the product of 2 reciprocals is 1. Okay, so here I can say like this: sin equal to 1 by cosecant, or cosecant equal to 1 by sin, cos equal to 1 by secant, or secant equal to 1 by cos. Next, tan is equal to 1 by cot, or cot equal to 1 by tan. And the product of reciprocals is 1. Sin into cosecant is 1. Cos into secant is 1. Tan into cot equal to 1. Next, 3 trigonometric identities. Any equation which is true for the value, for any value of variable, then that equation is known as identity. So an equation involving trigonometric ratios is known as trigonometric identity. Okay, so the 3 trigonometric identities are sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. So here the first trigonometric identity is true for any value of theta, but whereas second identity, secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1, it is not true for all the values of theta. So the second identity is known as conditional identity. Cosecant square theta minus cos square theta, cot square theta equal to 1 is true when theta is not equal to even multiples of 90. 0, even multiples of 90. Like that we can say. So these three trigonometric identities came from Pythagoras theorem. So here the formula is hypotenuse square equal to side square plus side square. So one side we are taking as opposite and the other side we are taking as adjacent. So now it will be hypotenuse square equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. So if you divide that Pythagoras theorem with hypotenuse square, if you divide that formula, that equation with hypotenuse square, then we will get sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. I will tell. Opposite square plus adjacent square equal to hypotenuse square. Opposite, so divide that equation by hypotenuse square, or otherwise send this hypotenuse square to the other side. So it will be opposite square by hypotenuse square plus adjacent square by hypotenuse square equal to 1. So opposite by hypotenuse square equal to sine square theta plus adjacent square by hypotenuse square, which is treated as adjacent by hypotenuse the whole square, that is cos square theta. So sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Okay. Now similarly, if you divide opposite square plus adjacent square equal to hypotenuse square, if you divide that formula with the adjacent square, then you will get secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. Next, when the same formula opposite square plus adjacent square equal to hypotenuse square, if you divide that formula with opposite square, then you will get cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. Okay, by using that, that logic.